The gospel lesson from Luke chapter 13, verses 1 and 9 hits us with a hard truth. Suffering exists in the world, and our first instinct is often to explain it, sometimes by blaming others. We convince ourselves that misfortune must be deserved, that if someone is struggling, they must have made poor choices. But Jesus does not let us stay in that mindset. Instead of judgment, he calls us to repentance. Jesus challenges us to see the reality of our own condition, because too often we think of ourselves as righteous, but we're like a clock that looks fine on the outside while its inner workings are rusting away. Likewise, the parable Jesus tells us reminds us that we're not as fruitful as we think. If our worth were measured by our effectiveness in bearing good fruit, we would all fall short. Yet the good news is that Jesus, like the patient gardener in the parable, steps in on our behalf. He doesn't just cover us, he transforms us. Just as manure enriches depleted soil, Christ's work within us nourishes us to new life. His death on the cross is the very thing that brings renewal. So through baptism and Holy Communion, we're strengthened to bear good fruit, lives shaped by repentance, forgiveness, and love. Instead of crossing our arms in judgment, we open them in compassion. Instead of pointing fingers, we embrace our neighbors in grace. This is the fruit of God's love, not only nourishing us, but feeding the world around us. And in this, we bear witness to the truth that evil and death do not have the final word. Love and life do.